Oh, she's trying to sell you some weed? Today, let's go to a different casino. Let's go to Planet Hollywood. Definitely my least favorite casino, but we're not going to let that negativity affect our play today. Just because I've had no results and many complaints about the location, the staff, the rake, etc. Doesn't mean we can't win our first circuit ring today. It's a $400 monster stack. These themed events usually get the biggest fields and softest fields, so unfortunately it is Black Friday. No, not that Black Friday. The day when consumerism takes control of all the masses. Work more, spend more, get taxed more. The ultimate plan is in full effect. So let's try to get a little piece of the pie. With blinds at 75, 150, we're 8-handed. I have 30,000 chips, starting stack. Been seated for about 15 minutes. No one's done anything too out of line. Under the gun opens to 4x, 600 chips. I'm under the gun +2 with pocket queens. A lot of times I'm going to 3-bet here, but pre-ante against an under the gun raise. I don't see this pot going too multi-way due to the 4x. So we put in the call and everybody else folds. The flop comes 8-7-3 rainbow. He checks. Figure he's got some overs. We want to get value. So I bet 600 and he check calls. Okay. He might be scared with 9s, 10s, or jacks for some reason, or just keeping us honest with ace, king, ace, queen. The turn is a 9. Jack 10 gets there, but small possibility. He checks, and we bet 1,500, 2.5x our flop bet. He puts in the call. So we're hoping he has pocket 10s, pocket jacks, maybe a stubborn ace king. The river brings an 8, pairing the board. Definitely a lot better for our range than his under the gun range, unless he has specifically pocket 7s, pocket 8s, or pocket 9s. And within 5 seconds, he reaches for his chips. His hands are shaking, and he fires out 2 5K chips. 10,000 is the bet, almost double pot. What do you guys do with queens here? He has us covered. A very unusual line, so it's time to get some live reads. I look over at him, and he immediately leans back in his chair and is still shaking. I ask, "Why are you so nervous?" He shrugs. I ask, "Why is your hand shaking?" He goes, "My hand always shakes." Okay, it's good to be balanced in this spot with your shaky hand. After a while, I conclude that although this line doesn't really make any sense, I don't think it's made enough by random 30-year-old white males in this spot to be a bluff. Can't think of many hands he's bluffing with, but on the other hand, I can't think of many hands he's value betting with, other than pocket 7s, pocket 8s, and pocket 9s. The overbet is very polarizing. Would he just click this button with ace king, try to get me off 10s or jacks? Highly unlikely. I think he's nutted. And we put in the fold. He does not show, but hopefully I can find out what he has with a little badgering later. We have 30,000 on first break, going to 100, 200 with an ante, not a big blind ante. Come on, people. Let's make the adoption.
Some greens there, young man.
Yeah, I got it.
With blinds at 100, 200 with a 25 ante, an elderly Caucasian male under the gun makes it 600. I'm next to act with pocket 8s and 25,000 chips, a pretty easy call. We put in the call. Big blind comes along, the flop comes 9-8-7 rainbow. We flopped a set. Big blind checks. Elderly Caucasian male bets 1,200. Definitely could raise here. Put him on an overpair, but we want to play position, so we put in the call. Big blind folds. The turn is an ace, a great card in case he's stabbing with ace king, ace queen type hands, and he bets 2,500. Once again, could raise, but I think we can play rivers better in position and hopefully stack them if the board pairs or another ace comes or something. So we put in the call, 2,500. The river is a jack. So 10X gets there and he checks. So I'm putting him on possibly 2-pair, ace-X. He definitely doesn't like the jack. He's afraid of the straight, but we're still gonna go for value. I bet 4,000. He quickly calls. We show our set and he shows pocket nines. Set over set, didn't go broke. With blinds at 200, 400. We're on the button. Action folds to us. We have ace 3 suited. Big blind just got crippled down to 5,500. We're still gonna raise it up to 1,000. Small blind folds and big blind hesitates, doesn't look happy and shoves it all in. The plan was to call. We put in the call. He has 10-9 offsuit. Board bricks out except for a 10 on the river and we double him up. We now have 8,000 chips. With blinds at 250, 500 with a 75 ante. Action folds to us under the gun +2. We have pocket 10s. Pretty easy jam here, 17 blinds, we're all in. Action folds to the small blind, a recreational Caucasian male that is smiling a lot. He puts in the call. Big blind folds. We show our 10s, he shows ace 10 suited. Let's hold. The flop comes. Ace 9-8. I envision the walk of shame until a 10 pops off on the turn. That's right, it's a 1-outer. The river is a deuce and we double up.
You got lucky on you there for a minute.
Oh yeah.
1 out. 1 out. He yarded the crown and fiddle. I think he had a double shot too.
There was a blessing there. So I was going to leave Bobby at Earl's. Now, whether or not they would have stayed on my range,
With blinds at 800, 1,600. Action folds us in the small blind. An elderly Caucasian males in the big blind. We have 10 blinds. We have 10-6 offsuit, so this is a good spot to shove. A shove all in. He puts in the call. He has pocket 9s. We need a 10. Flop comes. 10, 7, 4. The turn is a 6. And the river's a 6. We bowed up, cracked the 9s. He's upset. We doubled up. We got momentum. With blinds at 1,000, 2,000, middle position, young Caucasian male opens to 5,000. I'm on the button with pocket 7s. I think this is an easy jam spot. We're all in. The blinds fold, original raiser calls. And this is what happens. With blinds at 1,200, 2,400 with a 400 ante. There's an open under the gun +2 to 6,000. Action folds to me in the small blind. I have ace 10 suited. Opener's a 30-year-old Caucasian male. He's going to be open a little wider than most people, so I think this is a good candidate to rip it all in for just over 20 blinds. We're all in. Ace 10 suited. He goes into the tank and eventually claims he folds a pair and that he's a nit. We take it down. With blinds at 1,200, 2,400, middle position, elderly Caucasian male opens to 7,000 with 40,000 behind. I'm on the button with 60,000 and pocket 8. What would you guys do in this situation? Call? Fold? Shove? 3-bet fold? All somewhat valid options. I like to go for the max equity jam all in. We got him covered. We're putting him to the test. He's probably not opening too light, but he might make a tight fold. We shove all in, and he goes into the tank, counts his stack down. We try to remain confident looking, and he puts in the fold. We now have 70,000 chips. Things are going well. What, you think because I'm driving I busted? Gotta stay balanced, guys. With blinds at 1,200, 2,400 with a 400 ante. Oh, she's trying to sell you some weed?
I don't know if that's good or not. Yeah, we're local.
Oh, you are local.
With blinds at 1,200, with blinds at 1,200, 2,400, 400 ante. Action folds to me in the cutoff. I have 70,000 and ace 10 offsuit, so I make it 5,500. Action folds to the small blind. Younger, non-Caucasian male. Shoves all in for 40,000 chips. Actions to us, we have a decision. Is ace 10 good here, or are we priced in? Let's put in the call and find out. He shows king 3 of clubs. Nice shove, buddy. Flop comes. King 8-4. Turn is an 8, and the river is a king. And we now have 30,000 chips on the final break of the night.
Only if you win. He's ready to go. Catch dinner.
Catch the what?
Oh, he's gonna go for dinner. He's gonna get out.
Oh, you still can. Teams are lined up. With blinds at 1,500, 3,000 with a 500 ante. Action folds to me in the cutoff. I have ace 7 offsuit, 28,000. Shove all in. Small blind puts in the call. We're gonna need some help. He shows ace queen. The flop comes 10-4-4. The turn is a queen, and we are out of the Planet Hollywood $400 monster stack.